Let's say you work for a company. The company has hired a manager, and your job is to use Puppet to create a home directory for the new manager on the corporate file share located here. This Puppet code ensures there's a directory at path2FileShareManager. A few weeks later, the company hires a developer. They need a similar home directory for the developer, so you add a resource for the developer's home directory. This code now ensures home directories for both the manager and the developer. Finally, the company hires an engineer. The engineer also needs the same home directory setup. This code now ensures home directories for the manager, developer, and engineer. But there's a problem. You've accidentally misspelled the word share in the engineer's file resource. You've also been informed that the path to the corporate file share is changing. You have to update all 3 file resources. This might be easy with 3 resources, but what if there were 30 or 300? Well, a solution is to set a variable like this. The $sign tells Puppet this is a variable. The equal sign tells Puppet to set the variable to the value that follows. In this case, the variable is set to the new path. Now you can use your variable in your code like this. If you need to change the path to the file share again, you can change the path when you set the variable, and it will carry through to all the file resource types for the manager, developer, and engineer. Also, this removes the spelling error you made earlier. Now that you know why you should use variables, let's talk about how to correctly write them. When you want to use a variable by itself, meaning not inside a string, you can do it like this. When you use a variable inside of a string, you must use double quotes around the string instead of single quotes. Using double quote syntax tells Puppet to treat anything starting with a $sign as a variable. Using single quotes tells Puppet to literally use what is given without using any variables. Don't forget that when you use a variable inside a string, you should surround it with curly braces in order to separate the variable from the other letters. To see how this works, here's an example. Let's say you want the value of ABC followed by the letters XYZ. If you write the following code, how do you know which part of the code is the variable and which part is just letters? When Puppet reads this, it will assume you're looking for a variable named ABCXYZ. To solve this problem, put curly braces around your variable and Puppet will be able to see where it starts and ends. Written this way, it is correctly translated to the value of the variable, followed by the letters XYZ. Now you know why it's important to use variables and how to correctly use them in your Puppet code.